Okay, so the other thing I was going to talk about was, I guess we can get into like ticket prices real quick because that was the other argument that people like lose their minds over. You're
They're
not
probably
paying
coming down. I'm going to say it right now. They will
yeah,
probably, if the tickets do not sell, they'll probably come down because there is a 0% chance they will be willing to have empty seats at that arena. If there's a
yeah,
couple, it is what it is. Like it's natural. People show up late. They don't show up. They still bought the tickets. They will not allow like half of that building to be, even if they have to give away tickets, which I don't see them doing. But they will eventually come down. This is literally a standard thing. You set it high and see what the market responds at. They will probably come down.
yeah. Um, the tickets you're not paying for. So why are you telling me what I can and can't pay, Canada? Go screw yourself. Like that's the other thing too is like they're like, oh my god, look at it, look, these Coyotes fans are getting fleeced. I already am locked in for 3 tickets, so screw off. How about that? You know, I get that some people won't have the money to get to go as often, and that sucks. That really does suck. I hate to see that. I hate to see season ticket holders that have been season ticket holders for, a decade, and they traditionally sit in the upper bowl and they don't have the funds to afford the tickets this year. That really sucks, and I really hate to see that. But at the same time, why are you telling me how I should spend my money? I want to support the team. I want to go out. I don't care if they're going to suck next year and I'm paying as much as everybody else is in the hockey universe. By the way, let's make sure we throw that one out there. The prices aren't just like inflated past everything else. They are like standard operating, just maybe slightly above what everybody else pays for lower bowl tickets in the NHL. So let's talk about that one real quick. Yeah, don't tell me how to spend my money. If I want to go support the team, I'm gonna go do that. Sorry, I'm already saving, like, especially in today's economy. If you're driving, like, I'm already saving a bunch of money by not driving out to Glendale and driving to the ASU Arena, which is like less than 10 minutes away from my dad's house. So I don't know what to tell you.
And on top of that, there is still the option for people like me that would prefer to just watch the game at home, so we don't have to put pants on. And also, you can still, if you can't afford to go to games, but you still want to support the team, you could still like buy a jersey or something. It's not like they're telling you we don't want your money at all. What they're saying is we have to find a way to start earning revenue. Because allegedly one of the reasons that the Coyotes weren't turning a profit when they first came here, like to America West, was because the sight lines would cause tickets to be worth less, and they would sell them for as low as like $10. $10 was still a pretty good amount in today's money because our money's trash now. But still, you can't turn a profit if even, what was that? I think it was roughly a quarter of all the seats had terrible sight lines. I had to put a second scoreboard in so you could watch it. So you're not going to turn a profit that way. And then, of course, being far away from the market where the money is and the interest primarily is, it's also not a good idea. So there's still going to be ways to watch the games if you can't afford it. There's still going to be ways, if you want to support the team, that you get something else out of it. Like me, the main reason I have no problem blowing $200 on a jersey. Okay, I do have a problem actually, but the main reason I don't mind spending money on jerseys is because I'm getting something. Like I have something that I could take home, I can keep, whatever, and then I'll go to Coyotes games when I can afford them, when the tickets are cheaper, when someone hooks me up, because I'm like, that's an event, but I personally value an event less than I value like something I can keep. So it's like no matter what, like you could still, like, it doesn't mean that the team doesn't want you. It just means that right now they have to find a way to turn a profit. Let the snowbirds just cover the brunt of what's going on. Just let it happen.
Yeah, and just remember, this is an NHL product. You're still going to watch an NHL product. This isn't a college game. That's the reason why these prices are the way they are. I got to witness Trevor Zegras pull off of Michigan on my own team. You think I was mad about that? No. Ask anybody that was sitting next to me. I went, holy crap, he actually did it. He actually did it. Just like how I got to sit there and watch Ovi on his head score a goal 20 years ago. I got to watch that live. That was worth every damn penny. That's an experience that I'll never forget. You and I got to go witness Nick Schmaltz last year put up 7 points, tying the points, points in the game.
I think he broke it for the Coyotes. Yeah, he broke it for the Coyotes.
Yeah, this is an experience that I'll never forget. Yeah, sorry. Like, I'm going to go pay to watch that and have fun. Go see the kids play. Go watch Keller perform. That's why I'm going. Like, let me spend my money the way I want to spend it. It's all my rant.
But the problem is these people just want a reason to complain, which is also why, and I've been saying this over and over again, and I hope to God Richie actually clips this. Coyotes fans everywhere, all right? I'm talking directly to you. Stop debating these weirdos. Stop giving them the time of day. Get your favorite memes out and just post that as a reply. If someone is saying something stupid, my new favorite reply, just respond with LOL. It angers these people because they're so fragile. They are so ridiculously fragile because it's like, oh, this team doesn't belong to be here. This team shouldn't be here, yada, yada, whatever. Because they're living in Quebec City and they want the Nordiques back, or they're living in Houston and want a team, or this one hurts me. I actually do. I want the Whalers back. They're living in Hartford and want the Whalers back. They're living XYZ, or they're a Canadian market that hates the fact that the Sun Belts are growing the game. We were talking about it before. I'm not going to do a huge tangent. I'll just keep it very brief. All right. That's how you grow the game. You put it into markets it's not traditional in. Obviously, you don't. I can see the counter arguments where it's like, oh, the Coyotes haven't turned a profit, but the reason that they want to keep them here is because they know the market can. They just need a good building, good ownership, and a good product, and they've never had all three at the same time. The owners are all business-minded people. There's a reason why they're okay. Well, they will, grit their teeth and accept the losses that they've had because they know what the market can be. On top of that, it's not going to cost the league anymore next year. Because they're already taking the maximum amount allowable in revenue sharing. It's literally not going to affect, and if the revenues do go up, they might even get to take less. It's a necessary step, and they'll be fine if they can get that Tempe Arena built.
Yeah. The owner also has sports betting here in Arizona. That's massive. We've talked about it for decades, about when are we going to see little computers on the front of your seat that you're going to be able to go, Clayton Keller's hot. I think he's going to score next period, and then just be able to swipe and live bet. We're probably going to see that. Coyotes are probably going to be the first iteration of that, if I had to guess. That's
not
why
there's though. It'll be
not at ASU.
Because ASU doesn't want that.
When Tempe gets built, I think that they will be the first test subjects for that. We do already have betting. I think it was the Islanders have betting locations, but they're just straight up locations.
The Footprint Center actually has this FanDuel built into it that you can go. Every time I go to the Rattlers games and occasional Mercury games, I'll see it there, and I'm like, I had the FanDuel app, so I wouldn't go in there, but we're not sponsored, by the way. That's just a fact of stating. We're not sponsored.
Not a sponsor, but can be. I was gonna say something and I forgot. My brain.
No. Well, one of the big reasons while you're thinking about that people think Marullo really wanted the team. I think he owns a couple of casinos in Vegas. Is because there's a huge market that he can tap into a lot of revenue. Why do you think a lot of places are legalizing sports betting? Because there's so much money to be made, and a man like that if you're gonna run anything in Vegas and even have a little slot machine in the corner or something like that, you know how much money can be made. All right, I think I'm still technically positive because I shouldn't be legally allowed to bet on Arizona sports games. I know this market way too well, but I'll make stupid little bets with free bets or whatever. So it's again, it's not a sponsorship. I'm just explaining something.
It can be.
So it's if they know how much money it could generate, because if someone's really into it or whatever, it makes money. They know that. Why do you think when these apps were first launching, everyone that placed a bet with a new account got 100 or 150 in free bets? You don't just give that. Obviously, it's not real money, but you don't just give that money-making potential to potentially millions of people unless you know we're going to make a profit. You don't do that.
The house always wins, as the saying goes. I actually I brought it back in my brain. And then I just lost it. Did I really just lose it?
I said sports betting with Alex Marullo, and you lit up, if that helps you.
Sports betting. Sports betting. Oh my god, how did I lose it again? I'm
Do I talk
What?
too much? I know my
No,
wife says I talk all the time.
the ADHD just kicked in and I just started listening to you again and lost it.
I don't know what HD is, but I got 80 of them.
Oh my god. What was okay, sports betting. Oh, okay, I remember. Okay. Hey Canada. You listening? I know the Coyotes don't make a profit, but where do your contracts go to die? Oh, is it Arizona? Oh, they're taking on some of your bad contracts, intentionally inflating your cap or deflating your cap so you can bring in more players? What? There's value to that? Wait a second. They only pay 10% of the contract because it's insured? What? How does that work? Yeah,
All right,
I'll let
Katie,
you.
I got it.
I'll let you guys in on a little secret. They may not turn a profit, which is true. That's true. It's a fair argument.
Mm-hmm.
They also take on your bad contracts so that you can be more competitive. Notice how this works. When the bottom feeder team that doesn't make profits is also bringing in bad contracts off of your team so that you can be better, what do you think that does for the game? Do you think that Brian Little coming over to Arizona for the Winnipeg Jets, what do you think that does for the Winnipeg Jets? Do you think that makes them more competitive or less competitive? Do you really think that the cap going up $1.1 million because the Coyotes turned a profit this year is more important than them just sucking in all the bad contracts that you yourself signed? Now, granted, Brian Little was a little bit of a different situation. That wasn't just like, he got bad.
That was an injury on a really good player. Yeah,
that was an injury on a really, really good player. But just before you attack the Coyotes and say, oh, look, they don't turn a profit, just make sure that you are getting everything fully out there.